So it's been about 8 months since my initial stem cell treatment, and I actually received an overwhelming amount of DMs with questions or concerns or just people wanting to know more about stem cells. And so the whole reason that I did these videos is because when I was researching stem cell information, all I could really find were medical journals and books from doctors and stuff. I didn't really find anything from patients, and I just thought it would be really beneficial to be a resource for all the people who are also researching it and interested in doing the treatments themselves, just to really manage expectations, because the expectations I had going into this were a little bit absurd. You know, you read about it and you hear that it's a miracle. You hear that it's curing autism down in Panama. You hear that it's making people who are quadriplegics, they're walking again. So you hear all these miraculous stories. You don't realize how long it takes to get to that point. You don't realize how many treatments it may take to get to that point. So I thought that maybe I'd go down there and like a magic treatment, all of a sudden my knees would be functioning in full capacity, but that's not exactly how it works. So I'll let you guys know just what has happened for me in the last 8 months. So the main thing for me is that I am no longer in chronic pain. So that's huge, because pain was a daily thing that I had to manage. I mean, between the inflammation and the swelling in my knees, just to like the limping that I'd go through, I would be taking either anti-inflammatories or just some kind of over-the-counter pain medicine almost every day, in addition to all the other treatments that I was seeking out, like cryotherapy and the TENS unit and everything else. Every at-home device you could try, I've tried. So it's really nice not to have to take pills regularly, that's for sure. And for me, it was really all I've really noticed is that, and then stairs. Stairs are a huge one for me, because I really did have to go downstairs one at a time. And now I can walk down them like a normal person. However, I do know that if I work out too hard, I'm going to send myself backwards. I am going to have swelling, and I'm going to have to start popping Advil or Tylenol again. And that's just something that I have to manage. I mean, I would love to be able to work out 6 days a week, but really 4 is probably still where I'm at, because I like to go really hard and my body just can't recover that quickly. But other than that, those are the main things that I've noticed, and I'm still gonna go back down in June for a second treatment, and we'll see what happens with that, how much more improvement I could possibly get. I did get updated MRIs. I can post those as well. My ortho doctor didn't really notice anything. He said it wasn't significant, but my father-in-law is a doctor, and though he's not a radiologist, he said he has noticed improvement in the MRIs. So there's that. Take that with a grain of salt. But I also feel like I see improvement. I'll post them and you can decide. But mainly, I don't really care whether cartilage grew back or not, as long as I feel a difference. Like I said, this whole journey for me is about managing expectations for other people. I was hoping I could be back on a tennis court already. I'm nowhere close to being back on a tennis court. But in a gym, I can do lunges, I can do squats, I can do some things that I was not able to do before without a lot of pain, as long as I don't do them too often or with too much weight. So those are the improvements that I've been seeing, and I will keep you up to date as to what happens on treatment 2. Also, I'm still getting a lot of questions and DMs about why I chose Panama. And the main reason for me is that the Stem Cell Institute in Panama is an institute that only studies and administers stem cells. That's what they do full-time, 100%. Their doctors are focused on that. And they've been doing that for, 10 or so years, and they've had thousands and thousands of patients. So they've seen so many clinical trials of everything. They're able to give a much higher dose of stem cells, and they've just been doing it full focused for a really long time. Whereas here in the States, it's only like about a year old, maybe 2 years old, where they can actually administer the same kind of stem cells, the umbilical cord derived stem cells. And the majority of clinics that I have found and I have researched, they're doing it kind of like as a side add-on to their business. So it's either a skincare and dermatology center that does it as like a side piece, or an orthopedic surgeon that will do it on the side as injections or IVs, but nobody who is like fully focused on it 100%, and that's what they do for a living. So I just really trust the people who do it full time and have been doing it a lot longer. And you can also just get a lot more stem cells as a treatment. So that's the reason I chose it.